Hey, it's Sat back, and today I'm going to show you how to decorate a couple of fake cake slices in two different ways. I showed you how to put them together in a prior video, like how to cut them and ice them. And now that they're all dry, it's time to decorate. So I'm starting with a hot pink paint. I always get my paint from hardware stores. I feel like that paint goes on better. It doesn't fade. It usually only takes one coat. And I'm just always really happy with the results of the house paint. So I get sample sizes, and I have like a bajillion of those in my cabinet. Those little $5 sample size paints, and they go a long way, and I really prefer them over any other paint. So I did this hot pink, and now I'm going to get my fan brush and put some glitter all over. I get my glitter from Walmart. It's a light pink glitter, and I'm using that. I don't know if it's called a fan brush, but that's my favorite glitter brush to use. So I'm dipping it in the glitter, and then I kind of just shake to get it all glittery, shimmery, shiny, blinged out. So shiny. Pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to add some swags to the back. I don't know if you can tell, but I already did those. Took it off, putting them back on. I didn't like the way they came out the first time, so I scraped them off and I'm redoing them. This is with a leaf tip, and I will leave all the numbers of the tips that I use in the description. I did 2 swags, and now I'm going to grab my star tip, and I'm going to make those teardrop. You push down and pull up. Push down and pull up. It's like a little teardrop on the seams where the swags meet. I'm going to use that same tip, and I'm going to do a reverse border. So you kind of go up, then you go down, then you go up, then you go down. So you're making little swirls, but you kind of go in the opposite direction each time. So it's called a reverse border. I'm going to add a little rosette in the middle of the top of the slice. And then, guess what? Sprinkles, of course. No cake slice is ready without some sprinkles. We got to add that little touch, that little detail. These are called, I think they were called Lisa Frank sprinkles. It's like stars and bright color sprinkles and circles, and it's really cute, really bright. And I get these on Etsy. Lately I've been looking on Amazon though, and there are lots of choices popping up on Amazon for your sprinkles too. So I still like to support small shops, even though Amazon, they might have a small shop owner there as well. I don't know where all of those products come from. Sometimes it's small shops, but I like to support Etsy shop owners because I am an Etsy shop owner. So whenever I can, I support small businesses like on Etsy. So I'm just pushing those down. I want them to stick inside the wet spackle. And then there's these little clay stars that I made from these hole punch that I have. These little fondant, they're like a fondant punch that you can get, if you were working with fondant. But this is clay, and this one is actually the kind of clay that you have to dry in the oven. Or you have to bake it for a little bit. So a few stars on top, and I'm going to put some on the back too, just a few. Now I'm going to do a light blue cake size. I get my light blue. That one's called River Mist. That is my classic light blue that I like to use. I have some like Bridgerton style cakes in my shop, and I always use this particular blue. I just think it's very pretty. It's like very pale pastel, and I just like the way it turns out. It's soft. It's like a very sweet, soft blue. So I'm going to give that a good coat. And then I'm going to grab my star tip. And for this border, I'm just doing several rosettes, little tiny rosettes in a row. I believe there's 5 on top, 5 or 6 on the bottom. You just do a circle, 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 and you stop pushing before you pull your bag away. That way you don't get that like Hershey Kiss kind of a pull and have lots of spikes. I have a few spikes there, but it's not too bad. I just added some glitter to that one as well. This is one of my new favorite tips. I will leave the number in the description. This is one that I just got out of a brand new kit, cake decorating kit that I bought. And I'm really loving the way this one looks. It has so many ridges in it. So it's sort of like a star tip, but it only has 3 prongs. That's my new fave. You will probably be seeing a lot of those now on my cakes. More sprinkles. Candy sprinkles this time. This one has swirls. And it's pink and green and multicolor. And so pretty and so cute. It's like Candyland. So I'm putting my little Candyland sprinkles all over this on the rosettes. If they fall a little bit, that's okay. That's okay. They're sprinkles. They're supposed to be a little crazy. It's like you're having a party. So you just put as much as you want. And you press them into that spackle so it sticks. And then once the spackle's all dry after a couple of days, I always glue them again. I picked up my star tip again, and I did a little rosette right on top in the middle of the cake. And then I've got my hot pink cherry, and I painted this. This was a red cherry, but I just paint them any color that I want to paint them. Now those sometimes take 2 coats of paint because you got to cover that red. And I add some glitter, and I'm going to put that right on top, and that is super cute. I like that, and it matches the sprinkles. Next, I'm going to add some color to the cake part of the slice. And this one's called Chicory Chick. It is my favorite yellow that I like to use on all kinds of cakes. That's my yellow that I stick to. I always get like one favorite color of each, you know, one favorite paint shade of each color, and I kind of stick to that because, you know, as many times as I want to make a cake, or I have to repeat cakes, I'm going to have to stick to a particular color. I don't want to be switching it up. I used to do that in the beginning, and then when I would repeat the cake after it sold, then I couldn't find the right color, and I'd have to guess. But now I kind of stick to particular colors that I like, and I just stay with them. So you really have to paint, and to get inside those like crevices, you kind of have to use a lot of paint, and just keep going over them until you get into all the ridges and everything, and you don't see any more white left. This next one, the hot pink, is getting green. This is also my favorite green. I love this shade, and I have a lot of cakes in this color. So you just keep going back and forth and back and forth. And it's okay if you get in between the cake lines, because you can go back and you can paint it white. I do that a lot. You know, the filling part, I end up having to paint it white. So there it is, 2 slices. If you like this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.